In this video, I'm going to show you how you can recreate your competitors' winning product images using just ChatGPT in under 5 minutes. I'm going to give you my exact prompts that will help you to analyze your competitors' best images, then generate professional quality alternatives that you can use immediately. Plus, I'll walk you through the entire process step by step, even if you've never used AI before. By the way, if you don't know who I am, my name's Jake and I run a company called Systems Lab and we help Amazon sellers automate their advertising. So let's dive right into it. So we're going to start off by heading over to one of our competitor listings. And it's funny here because I actually asked ChatGPT to give me like a random product idea for this example. So it came back with a toaster. So we're going to assume that this listing here is the competitor whose images we think work really well. And we want to use their images or image as a model for some of our new images. So we're just going to scroll down here and I'm just going to find an image that I like. So let's say this one, for example. We can see this is pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on the image like this, load it up here, and I'm just going to take a screenshot of my competitor image here, like this. And then we're going to head over to ChatGPT and I'm just going to pull in the image here, and then I'm going to use this prompt. So you can see it's a pretty detailed prompt. I'll leave this prompt here or a link to this prompt here in the comment section. But you can see what we're trying to do with this prompt is ask ChatGPT to essentially extract some of the branding elements from this image so then we can recreate it using our product. I'm just going to hit enter here and it's just going to load. It may take 10 to 30 seconds for us to get the completed output. And now we can see that ChatGPT has completed its message. So we can scroll up and we can see all of the elements that it's laid out for us here, and there's 10 in total. So it's pretty cool here, and we can actually save this as a brand profile. Now what we're going to do is we're going to direct ChatGPT to recreate this image, but now we're going to use our product in the image as opposed to a competitor's. And you can play around with things like the text, the colors, all of that stuff as well, if you want to make it more on brand. So for example, if you wanted to change the colors to make them more on brand with your product, then we would just head to the relevant title and it might be under color usage. We can just say, okay, right, please change the primary palette to, let's say red or something like that. So you can just change elements here and there to make it more consistent with your brand. For the sake of this video though, I'm just going to keep it as it is. I'm just going to direct ChatGPT to recreate this image using our product. So I'm going to say, create an image using this brand profile, but use my product in the image. I have attached an image of my product for reference. And obviously you're going to have saved professionally taken images. For the sake of this video, because we're just using like a random product, I'm going to pretend that this is our product here. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this. I don't advise you to actually do this. I advise you to use your own professionally taken images. But for the sake of this, let's go. So I'm going to attach it here. Now we can see I've said to ChatGPT, create an image using this brand profile, but use my product in the image. I've attached an image of my product for reference, and then go. And we'll see here that it's getting started. So I'm just going to pause the video for a moment, wait for this to finish, and then I'll press play and we'll continue. Okay, so now we can see that ChatGPT has created this beautifully designed image here, which is very similar to the one that we wanted to model. And that's how you create an image. Now, I'm going to take it one step further. And again, you don't have to do this, but this is what I like to do. So I like to run it through another AI called Sora and see if we can get a better output. Generally, what I've found is Sora will produce a slightly better output than ChatGPT will. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back here and I'm going to say, okay, thanks. You don't need to say thanks, but just in case the AI eventually becomes sentient, I'll say, please give me a prompt to create an image like this using this brand profile with my product, like that. And then I'm going to hit enter. Okay, so now we can see that ChatGPT has given us a really good prompt here that we can use in Sora, and it also gives us optional style tags as well. So we can change these style tags if we like, but I'm just going to go with these ones for the sake of keeping the video short. So I'm going to head over to Sora, which is just sora.com, like this. And then where it says describe your image down the bottom, I'm going to copy this prompt here. I'm going to paste it into here, and then I'm also going to copy the style tags here. We don't need to include optional because that might just confuse the LLM. So we just paste that there. So we can see here we've got the prompt, we've got the style tags here. Now all we have to do is attach our image. So the way you would attach your image is you hit this plus icon here. Now I'm going to have to just quickly screenshot this again, so it actually saves to my desktop. Again, I don't recommend doing it this way. You just find your images and then upload it, as opposed to taking a screenshot of your product. So I'm going to head over here, I'm going to hit the plus icon here. I'm going to upload from device here, and then I'm going to hit remix here down the bottom, like that. And now Sora is also going to produce 2 images based on the prompt that we've just given it. I should also note, I should have said this before, but you want to make sure that the aspect ratio is 1:1, because that's what Amazon likes. So you want to go with a 1:1 aspect ratio as well. So you just click on that button there. By default, it's usually set as 1:1 anyway, I think. But if not, just click on this button here and then press 1:1. So I'm just going to pause the video again and wait for Sora to generate the image. Sora takes a little bit longer than ChatGPT usually, but I've personally found that Sora provides a slightly better output. And now we can see that Sora has created the image, and it does give you 2. So you can just flick between the 2 like this. And I'm not sure if I actually prefer the ChatGPT output of this one, to be honest. I mean, make the decision for yourself, but I think both are pretty good. Let's just have a look at the ChatGPT one. Yes, this one's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I would say they both look pretty good anyway. You can be the judge of which one looks the best. But that's another way that you can use AI to recreate images. So you've got ChatGPT and you've got Sora. And the process works like this. So you take a competitor image that you like, you run it through ChatGPT to extract all of the elements from it, the design elements. And then you ask the AI to recreate that image in a similar way, using it as a model, and attach an image of your product. There are a bunch of other tools that you can use, but for me personally, I found the best results with ChatGPT and Sora, and usually I get the best output with Sora. So that's how you do it. I'll leave a link to the prompt in the comment, and I'm also going to add in a bonus prompt. So we'll quickly run through that. Now, one thing that I've found, particularly with creating new images, is sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to think about like the creative aspect or the creative direction of the way you want the images to be designed. So with this prompt, you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to worry about that. You can offload the cognitive effort required to this ChatGPT using this prompt. So I'll link the prompt in the comments here as well. But essentially what this does is it just gives us creative direction for a few different images, you know, main image, second, third, fourth, etc. Again, it's a pretty detailed prompt, as you can see here, but I'm just going to quickly show you how it works in practice. So we've got the prompt here. I'm just going to take an image of my product and attach it as well to give it more context. So let's pretend again that this is our product. I'm going to screenshot it here, and then I'm going to attach it here, and I'm going to hit enter. And we're going to give ChatGPT 15-30 seconds to reply. So I'll pause the video and then I'll come back once it's loaded. Okay, so we can now see that ChatGPT has completed its message. So it gives us creative direction for all 7 of the images. It understands that it needs to be TOS compliant as well. So you can just see here a few different images based on the product that we attach, or an image of the product that we attach. So what I like to do is I'll take one of these that I particularly like. So let's just say that we really like this one here, image 2. So what I'll do is I'll say to ChatGPT, please create image 2 using my product. I have attached an image of my product for reference, like that. And sometimes you don't have to do this, but I like to get consistent results. So I always like to attach as much context to the prompt as possible. Even though we've already included it here, I'm going to redo it just so that the AI doesn't hallucinate and make things up. So I'm just going to come back over here again, take a screenshot, and then I'm going to attach it to that message. And then I'm going to hit enter. And I'm going to wait a moment for this to load. Again, you can do the exact same process as we just followed with the first prompt, where we can actually ask ChatGPT for a prompt to create this image using Sora. So we can put that in the next prompt as well. Okay, so now we can see that ChatGPT has created the image for us. So, I mean, for me, that looks pretty good. We can just test it as well in Sora and see if we get an even better output. So I'm just going to say, thanks, please give me a prompt so I can create image 2 in Sora. Okay, so we see here we've got the prompt for Sora. So I'm just going to take this prompt, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to paste it into Sora here like this. Then I'm going to attach my image for reference. There we go. And then I'm going to hit remix. And it's going to take Sora a minute or so to generate the image. So I'm just going to pause the video again and wait for it to be made available. Okay, so we can see that it's ready now. So we're going to click on it like this. And we can see we've got a few different images, well, 2 images here. I mean, to be honest, let's have a look. What do I prefer? I mean, it's besides the point really. I think both are pretty good, to be honest. But yeah, this is how we go about creating new images. So let's say, for example, if you've got a new product that you want to launch and you don't want to spend hundreds or thousands on graphic designers, you can just use ChatGPT for the ideation process. You can also take a look at some of the competitors for your product, see if there are any ideas that you can model there, and use ChatGPT and Sora to create some really good, compelling images. So that's everything for the video. I hope you found it useful. And if you want to, if there's a particular product that you would like to create images for, let me know in the comments and I'll give you a product specific prompt that you can use. But yeah, thank you so much for staying till the end. I really do appreciate it. And if you're not already, please subscribe so you can see more videos like this. And if you would like to see more videos on how you can use AI to increase your output and save money, let me know in the comment section a particular video that you'd like me to create, and I'll do that. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.